Hi, Danny. Thanks for your time. Great to see you again. We find ourselves at the start of a new year, hopefully a better one and an easier one than 2020. What, from your perspective, are the key things that fleet operators need to look out for in 2021?
So if we first look at post-Brexit Britain, we have the headlines, but the realities and the impact will start to emerge in more detail as the year progresses. If we then move on to the pandemic, it's clear that business has changed forever, but we actually haven't fully understood what that change looks like. Obviously, we're going to hope there are no more lockdowns, and I also expect the true scale of the economic impact will be seen in 2021. March is going to be a big month for fleets, with low emission zones for HGVs and also the introduction of direct vision standards. And then if we move on to October, the expansion of those low emission zones for vans and smaller specialist vehicles.
It's certainly going to be an interesting year, and clearly there's some challenges along the way. The pandemic is still having an impact. What does this mean for fleets?
So we hope and expect that business confidence is likely to grow in line with the recent medical achievements. Fleets will need to continue to innovate around two core principles. Firstly, there's flexibility. They're going to need to be able to scale up and down in line with economic circumstances and also fluctuating customer demand. And then secondly, we've got the speed of response. The rapid growth in e-commerce has created a now customer, and a speed of delivery is a major differentiator. Customers will expect businesses to have learnt through the experience, and no longer can the word unprecedented be used again in terms of a response to something like this. And then looking forward, as normality returns, fleet needs to conduct a what-if analysis to ensure they are prepared for anything.
Turning to low emission zones, you mentioned a couple of significant dates earlier. What does this mean in practice?
For HGVs, heavy vans, buses, minibuses and coaches, the key date is March 1st. By then they will need to meet the new standard of Euro 6. If not, the daily charge for non-compliant vehicles can range between £100 and £300, and there's also a £1,000 penalty. For smaller vehicles and minibuses, the key date is October the 25th. In essence, core rules remain the same, but the current ULEZ zone will be expanded with a single larger zone bounded by the north and south circular roads, although these roads themselves are not included. We've been preparing for this for a long time, and it has driven our vehicle acquisition strategy to ensure that all our customers' needs and requirements will be met.
The new direct vision standard is one of the biggest shake-ups in the fleet industry for many years. What will this mean for operators in 2021?
So the enforcement starts from the 1st of March and operates 24/7, 365 days a year. All lorries over 12 tonnes entering or operating in Greater London will need to hold a valid HGV safety permit. This permit will confirm compliance with 1-star DVS rating, and driving without a valid permit means a penalty charge of up to £550. Enterprise FlexiRent is supporting customers with DVS compliant vehicles fitted with all the necessary safe system features. In addition to this, fleets need to consider the principles and not just the legislation. Rules will evolve over time, and the minimum 1-star rating will increase to 3 stars in 2024.
We've talked about some of the issues facing customer fleets in the year ahead. What are the key issues that Enterprise is focusing on, and how will customers benefit from those?
We always focus on the things that customers tell us are important to them. And on that note, if you haven't already been contacted, you will be shortly to participate in our customer listening programme. In addition to this programme, we're also embarking on a project to examine the real-world impact of electric vans and also other alternative fuels. And this year we will see all our depots fitted with electric chargers as our EV fleet continues to grow. To further support these developments, there is a Green Fleet survey, and I would encourage you all to visit the link below to add your voice to a programme that really will help to shape our approach to alternative fuels. In addition to that, we're also doing a lot of work on online compliance platforms. These are designed to help customers increase fleet efficiency, but also reduce the administrative burden of maintaining a compliant fleet. And in closing, we're going to help Britain get back to normal with our specialist events division, supplying eco-friendly vehicles for short-term rental needs.
Thanks for your time again, Danny. It certainly seems like a very busy year ahead. And as you said earlier, we've all learned a lot from 2020, but it's great to be looking forward positively once more.